Sir, you need to leave. We only serve real customers here. The old man stopped. Still polite, he smiled. I just want a hot meal. I have a reservation. The restaurant manager looked him up and down, his worn jacket, paint-stained boots, and sneered. A reservation? This is a high-end restaurant, not a shelter. People like you make our guests uncomfortable. Get out. Someone laughed behind him. Someone else lifted a phone to record. The old man nodded calmly. All right, just remember today, you'll see me again. Then he turned and walked into the cold wind. This happened at a popular restaurant in Boston. The old man's name was Henry Cole. He carried a beat-up toolbox. The manager was Melissa, sharp suit, sharp eyes, the kind who decided respect by how you dressed. 20 minutes later, Henry returned, this time with 2 police officers. One officer asked, "Ma'am, did you refuse to serve him?" Melissa answered quickly, "No, officer, that's not true." The officer turned to Henry. "Then you're free to dine here." Her smile froze. She had no choice but to tell a server to seat him in the farthest, darkest corner of the restaurant. A short while later, a man in a dark blue suit walked in. "Good evening, sir," Melissa greeted him warmly. The man smiled. "Daniel Hayes, I'm waiting for a friend." She personally escorted him to the best table in the house. Minutes later, Daniel stepped outside to take a call. When he came back, his face was tense. "My wallet was on the table. Now it's gone." Melissa said quickly, "I didn't see anything, sir, but don't worry, I'll ask the staff. If needed, we can call the police." Daniel nodded and stepped outside again. The moment he left, Melissa pulled the hostess aside and whispered, "Take that old man with a toolbox outside. I'll handle the rest." As Henry was led away, Melissa rushed to Daniel's table, opened the toolbox left behind, and slipped the wallet inside. Moments later, Daniel returned with the police. The restaurant went silent. Melissa pointed at Henry. "I believe it was him." The officer opened the toolbox. The wallet was right there. "Sir," the officer asked Daniel, "is this your wallet?" Daniel looked at it, then nodded. "Yes." Then he walked over to Henry, placed a hand on his shoulder, and turned back to Melissa. "But the person who should be worried is you. 3 days ago, I bought this restaurant, and this man, Henry, is someone who helped me when I had absolutely nothing. Tonight was a test, to see how you treat people who don't look respectable. The wallet being here only proves one thing. Someone planted it, out of guilt, right in front of the police." Melissa's face turned ghost white. Her legs began to shake. The officer nodded. "Ma'am, please come with us." Cold handcuffs clicked shut. Daniel turned to Henry. "From now on, sit wherever you like. Real respect isn't decided by clothes or how much money you carry. If you believe respect should never be measured by money, leave a respect in the comments."